hosting Donald Trump at Blenheim Palace last night. We got the Sun's front page while I was here in the studio last night, and the interview that he'd given to their political editor, criticising Theresa May's Brexit tactics, suggesting that a UK-US trade deal could be in doubt if she pursued those tactics. What do you make of that intervention? Do you welcome him being frank like that?
I think it's very typical of Trump to be chaotic and unreliable in his flippant comments. I think he arrived and he immediately splashed on the front of the Sun very, very chaotic language and very, very chaotic and divisive rhetoric. And then we see within 24 hours a complete U-turn. And frankly, Anna, I think a trade deal with the US, led by the Tory government, would be a disaster. It would be our NHS opened up to US corporations who see it as a gold mine. It would be deregulation on our environmental rights and our workers' rights, our food rights, and I think it would be empowering US corporations to take advantage of our economic strength. So I think that actually I'm incredibly concerned about the idea of a trade deal with the US if the Conservative Party is negotiating it. I think it's about time that Theresa May accepted that she's been shambolic in Brexit negotiations. She should resign, and the Labour Party, led by Jeremy Corbyn, would be a powerful advocate for making sure that everyone's rights are protected under any trade deal that happened globally.
Okay, lots of different points there, David Campbell-Bannerman, but let's just address, first of all, the fact that Donald Trump did speak out like that in the Sun. He has put a far more conciliatory tone on things today, and he's talked flatteringly of Theresa May. He's called the US-UK relationship the highest level of special, and he's also said that a US-UK trade deal will be absolutely possible now. But what do you make of the fact that he spoke out and potentially put Theresa May in a very difficult position?
Well, he did, and it was embarrassing today. But he has a point, I'm afraid. I mean, I've worked nearly 10 years on free trade agreements for the EU and the European Parliament. And if goods are, siphoned off and they remain with the EU as effectively being an EU customs union, you can't negotiate those. And that matters to America and matters to trade deals all around the world.
He's not saying
that's what he's saying.
It will be possible.
Yes, no, a trade deal is possible. That is entirely right. But what kind of a deal? You get half a deal if you can't control goods. And I think that's a major problem because, there are major tariffs on the US, 12% on jeans, 10% on Jeeps coming in or cars coming into Britain, for example, tariffs. These are real tariffs. And the trouble is, it's not just America, it's India and China, and all these trade deals all around the world are compromised by the Chequers deal. And that point is entirely valid.
Okay, we must leave it there. There's so many issues that we could discuss, of course, but David Campbell-Bannerman and Sakina Sheikh, we appreciate your time, both of you. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Well, while President Trump held talks with the Prime Minister, their spouses met with veterans and school children. Melania Trump visited Chelsea pensioners at the Royal Hospital Chelsea, accompanied by Philip May. Rebecca Williams has this report on the First Lady.
It's not every day that you see the First Lady take to the bowling green, but despite the stiletto heels, she managed it in good spirits. Here at the Royal Hospital Chelsea, a home for retired veterans, today she made quite an impression. So did you have to polish your shoes?
Well, of course we did. We're soldiers. We just put this on and we finished.
Well, I think it's probably good that she's come to look at the heritage of where we live, because I haven't got much heritage in America, and we do it very well.
As well as meeting pensioners, younger visitors showed the First Lady how to make Remembrance Day poppies. She had a go herself, later seeking reassurance from the Prime Minister's husband, who'd accompanied her for the morning.
They are quite sort of divergent in terms of their appearance on camera, but there is a functional effect that is positive for both sides in the sense that actually a lot of the media reporting of President Trump and Theresa May is drawing out some of these contrasts between them. And so having a positive contrast between Philip May and Melania Trump actually serves to help that secondary, that presidential prime minister relationship a little bit in terms of at least the media reporting.
The Royal Hospital Chelsea was founded by Charles II in 1682 as a retirement home for soldiers. And for Mrs. Trump and Mr. May, it today made for a far more relaxed setting than their spouses had at Chequers.
It's no surprise that this location was chosen as one of the venues for this visit. Not only is the building itself designed by one of England's most celebrated architects, but the focus here is all about the British Army, where of course a special relationship was cemented between the US and the UK during the Second World War.
It was a whistle-stop tour of the Royal Hospital, and with Union Jacks at the ready, the next stop for Mrs. Trump was off to see the Queen. Rebecca Williams, Sky News.
You're watching Sky News. Coming up, we've got sport for you as England prepare to fight for a third-place finish in the World Cup finals.
Disney's incredible summer sale is now on in Sky Store.
Should I?
Come on, let's go! It's wonderful.
I suppose it is.
I could watch that all day.
Get whisked away with your Disney favourites. All yours from only $5.99 in Sky Store now. Disney's incredible summer sale, now on in Sky Store.
This wedding must proceed. The bar has been attacked.
What kind of queen would I be if I did not defend my people?
I am a clue that God dreamed you to find.
You know where it is.
I'll take you to the Grail.
You want me to take the Grail? Take it, I will. There is an army on French soil, loyal not to you, but to the Pope.
We answer only to God.
The UK premiere of Nightfall starts Tuesday at 9 on History.
I'm recording. Let's do it loud.
What are we having for dinner, Dad?
Chicken.
Chicken again.
Come on, you have to compromise. Compromise for the house. You don't do it all the time. Please.
We're crunching new prices way down at Morrison's. Like this 900-gram pack of Aunt Bessie's chips. Way down to £1.
For travel, I trust Kayak. They search hundreds of travel sites to find the best flight offers for me. For everything else, I trust myself.
Our house has helped us achieve so much.
It's where we raised our family. All the laughter and the tears.
And now our house has done the most amazing thing of all. Thanks to equity release, it's given us the money to enjoy our retirement, help the grandkids, and still live in the house we love.
So now we can do all the things we dreamed of. To discover how your house can help you in retirement, call Key Retirement for your free equity release guide on 0800 0448 448 or try our calculator at keyretirement.co.uk.
Now with O2, £20 doesn't just get you a massive 18 gig of data with unlimited texts and minutes. It also gets you 6 months Netflix on us.
Introducing the gorgeous ladies of
But hurry, the 18 gig for £20 SIM plus Netflix won't be around for long. O2, more for you.
Häagen-Dazs.
You miss me? I miss all of y'all. All y'all girls standing together like that. I can't take it.
I can do what I take you like. I can do what I take you need. And I got a better body than the magazines read.
New peanut butter crunch from Häagen-Dazs. Get a 3-month eHarmony membership for £50. Use code JOIN50. eHarmony.co.uk. Join today.
Say hello to the Peugeot 208 with active city brake if you need it, and a reversing camera. What are you doing? Sebastian, you're supposed to look at the reversing camera. Forget it. No, don't even bother showing them the park assist. Not so easy after all, is it? The Peugeot 208 with active city brake, reversing camera and park assist. Everyone needs a hand in the city.
Now, England have been training for the game that apparently no one wants to play, tomorrow's third-place playoff for the World Cup. That's a disappointment only when compared to the match they could have been playing, of course, this weekend. The players have exceeded all expectations, and there are calls back home for a parade to honour them. Enda Brady reports from Rapina.
When you've narrowly missed out on a place in the World Cup final, it can be hard to get motivated for a third-place playoff. But this was England getting ready to go again against Belgium in a match that teams have traditionally dreaded. As for talk of a welcome home parade in London, this was the manager's response.
if we have a parade, that would have been one part of the country, and we represent the whole country as well. And you know, the feeling we have is we're proud, and we hope that, you know, come our matches in September, that that warm feeling about international football will be there again, and yeah, we're as I say, we're very proud, but we haven't won.
In terms of having coming back to 300,000 fans, that would be nice, but it's not going to happen. Hopefully, when we come back here in the next tournaments, we can come back one step further, and it'll feel a lot better.
One player who will be going all out to break down the Belgian defence is Harry Kane. He's leading the race to win the Golden Boot with 6 goals, and will relish this chance to add to that tally. And the match presents an opportunity for those who didn't feature in this campaign to make their mark. The Three Lions came here with 0 expectations from the public. Whatever happens now, they can all leave with their heads held high. So England's time here is drawing to a close, but there's a feeling inside the camp that something very special has unfolded over the past 5 weeks here, and that this is not an ending. If anything,